Today in our first game we've got Gem Grab Crystal Arcade. I don't know if this map's recently been put into the ranked pool because I've literally never played it before. But anyway, looking at the bans, Cole absolutely fine. I kind of think the Shade ban could kind of be good just because he can hit around those walls and it could be nice. And then the Squeak ban too, I think is pretty decent. On their side, Kit's a fine ban, Ems is a great ban, and Gale's a bit weird. So we've got an auto-locked in Surge and Cord. I think that's pretty decent. I think I actually want to go with Mr. P. He's like one of my favourite brawlers, and as long as they don't have like a really good assassin, we should be fine. So as far as my matchups are concerned, the Mortis is going to be kind of problematic, but I'm actually pretty decent into a Spike, and especially into a Primo. I'm going to need my Surge to really lock in, and then also my Cord. My Cord's going to be really great against this Mortis. I'm going to get a couple shots out early, and I've got my Gadget too. I want to try and get them really low and force them down. No clue what Surge and Mortis are doing. They're doing some sort of Argentine tango dancing together. I get a beautiful kill there, and I can throw my Porter down here. And this kind of gives us so much positioning. That Porter is going to be great. I'm going to try cycle down to a second one before they manage to take this one out. I can see Mortis just getting frustrated, and you can just see him. He's running all about. I don't know what my teammates are doing as far as positionings are concerned. I thought we would go, you know, one lane, and a mid, and I'd be in the mid, but you know, it is what it is. Mortis actually gets a really good shovel. I'm getting absolutely shoveled, which is horrible. Picking up the gems though, which is great. We do have the gem spread, which is kind of not what I wanted. Primo just being AFK. I've got another super going down, which is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I don't know what that was from the Surge. Absolute thinking he's the GOAT and did absolutely nothing. So I've got my Porter coming down. Spike does get that kill onto our Cord, which is annoying, but the Mort just really can't lock in. He's having to dash away instead of into us, which has been really great. Primo has super but decides to not super onto me, and then here Spike's got muted, which is great. Those gems are gone. I'm not really going to go in. I think I'm just going to hold it down in the middle and pick up these remaining gems. Mortis probably gets... I don't know what that super was from Surge, by the way. You're supering air. That is literal... You supered air again. I don't know what this guy is doing. Whoever TM is, you need to drop this guy because this pro player is too good. Primo has super again, which is kind of annoying. Mortis without the gems is scary because now he's free to do what he wants. I do have hyper super, and I think I'm just going to throw it down because I think it's a good thing to have it down. Mortis isn't going for me, which is fair enough. I just need one more gem and I can just chill. I'm going to throw my Gadget out to try get some scouting. I can see exactly where Primo is, which is absolutely beautiful. Surge is still only on stage 2. Dude, we've been playing for like a minute and a half and you're still on stage 2. That is literally... That should be illegal. And that was an absolutely beautiful end to the game. Looking at our stats, somehow Surge went 7-2. I don't believe it. I went 4-0. I think I was star player. But let's move into the next game. And we're into game 2, which is going to be Knockout Flaring Pheonix. This map's kind of weird. Throwers can be pretty decent here. I think a Rico can actually be really strong here. Brock can also be strong. And then you've always got that stupid Buster comp where you can just wait for that Buster hyper and then the smoke closes in and you just play it. I'm going to get rid of the Mandy because I think Mandy's one of the best brawlers here that at kind of lower ranked can absolutely destroy you. The Piper ban's fine. Even Dinah I don't hate. From their side, a Shade ban's absolutely great. The Piper ban as well, and then I don't really know about the Edgar. That's kind of just banning an assassin when there's so many better assassins to actually ban. So Spike, I think is actually a pretty decent brawler to go in with. And then looking at the Squeak, I think very good. Squeak can actually really cook. And then this Power 9 Brock, I have no expectations, but you know what? Surprise me. Great start as well. I've gone to go with the mid. Brock's also going mid. I can see a Rico onto light. Brock decides to walk into me with those Squeak shots. We're already in kind of a bad place. But thankfully my Squeak's going to bail me out and push them back. And then I can just kind of get curveball shots onto this Rico. It's not really healing. It's throwing out a lot of bouncies. And then from here we should be close. Although Poco decides to be an absolute cuck and just keep healing the Rico, which is kind of annoying. Just let the dude go. Dude, let it go. I'm kind of low and I think 2 Rico shots or a Rico and a Poco shot could do me. So I think I'm just going to chill. My Squeak is doing absolutely amazing, creating so much space. I have no words to explain what I'm seeing. This Poker's getting decently low. I'm actually just going to throw super out here. That should get them decently low and slow them. I thought somebody would come up with me, but they decided to fall back the one moment I went in, which is kind of insane. And then in this moment, my only thought is I really just need to avoid that Squeak super. And of course, my Squeak locks in, and that's round 1. Of course, Brock just wants to, I don't know, chill. Probably doing something of course, value more important than ranked matches. Poker decided to switch his matchup. And then here, Rico's not really getting his angles. Like, I can see what he's doing, but he's just not cooking. Poco is about to die, yet Poco is gone. And then at a 3v2, this is pretty chill. I am questioning whether the other gadget would have been better considering all three had range, but because I wasn't aware, I kind of think it's worth having this. I'm kind of just going to chill, try and get some curveball shots onto this Rico, see what I can do. Brock low-key cooked there. Oh my god, Brock with the double kill at the end. Yeah, Squeak, you definitely deserve star player. I didn't get any kills, but I did a pretty decent amount of damage. Let's move into game 3. And we're into game 3, which is going to be Hot Zone Parallel Plays. This is generally, I think, the worst Hot Zone map to exist. Any Hot Zone map that has multiple maps is never going to be good. So for the bans, the Miko ban straight up I'm quite happy with. I think a Shade's still very good here. Doug's very good at spending time on the zone. Looking at my team, I actually wanted to go with a Willow, so it was kind of great to see this. Doug, I think, can be very strong. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to go with a Spike once again. Is it the most prettiest choice? No. So you know what, I'm going to go with the Ruffs. I love Ruffs on this map. I can do bouncy bouncies. I've got a really nice gadget. Doug going to go onto the left, which is absolutely beautiful, and then me and Willow are going to go up. I'm kind of thinking I could go forward. Sandy on this map's kind of crazy. I'm not sure I agree with it. Willow decides to do Willow things. That should be a kill actually onto this Shade. But the Sandy, I don't know about that Steph Curry range to have got that. But my Doug's actually holding it down pretty well. We're still up in percentages. I actually think I'm just going to throw this onto the Doug. I presume he's really not going to die because he has super. Going to get a couple more shots onto here. And finally, we've got that Shade down. I'm in a good position. Shade's going to take a couple seconds to regain his life. So I'm actually going to let Willow stay in the zone. Really nice gadget from me. We get the kill, which is beautiful. Doug's still alive, having fun. He's spinning because he knows he loves me. I maybe should have gone back earlier, but we still got the zone. And I can just throw shots down here. I think I'm going to throw this up here just so I can open the map up. But also get rid of that Shade, which is, sorry, that Sandy. Shade throwing down his super, which is fine. I can just outrange him so easily so I can just run away. Really nice on my Willow to control the Shade and get him out there. I don't really know what to do here. We kind of basically just have 8% so we can chill. Doug is kind of low, but he's a wiener boy. Shade doesn't even want to jump in. He kind of just wants to chill. I'm just going to throw some shots and try and up my damage to try and get star player. Yeah, Doug, you know what? You deserve star player with that 4-0, but we went 5-1, and I think that was a pretty good game from us. And into game number 4, another knockout map. For God's sake, I hate knockout. Please, Supercell, bring back Siege, get rid of knockout. But New Horizons, not too bad. As far as the map's concerned, I still think Ariko is going to be quite strong here. Miko, once again, can be pretty decent here. Not really sure what else is going to be super strong. The Piper ban, I don't hate, but I really think Piper's fallen off so much. Pierce is literally a better Piper, Nani's a better Piper. But the Brock and Miko is fine. I kind of wanted to play Brock, so I'm kind of annoyed it's gone. On their team, they also got rid of the Miko, which is kind of funny. And then the Kit and Colt, quite happy with. Kit is just such a cheesy brawler. And then this dude's gone for the Spike, which is what I would have chosen since the last game. I'm actually really happy we've got the Edgar, because if they've got anything that's kind of squishy or a thrower, the Edgar's going to cook, and then I'm actually going to be a tick and just be really annoying and be a nuisance. So on their team, they've got a thrower in Grom, which, if he's a good Grom, can do well. The Rico, I actually think is decent, but I think Edgar's got a really good matchup into him. And then I guess my matchup will kind of have to just be the Stu. By the way, that Jock Stu skin is so good. Thank you to Supercell for giving it us to free. W Supercell, L Greedy Cell. This is nice. So a couple shots onto the Rico to begin with, and oh my god, thank you to my Edgar. Edgar actually has done the only thing he needs to do. He could actually sit in that bush now for the rest of the game, and I'd be thankful for it. So I'm just going to wait for myself to heal. Spike isn't really healing. I'm one shot away from my super, which is beautiful. Nowhere close to my hyper, but that's fine. I'm not too fussed. Stu is low, and we've got a couple shots onto that Grom too. Stu's jumping into my shots because it's like the 4th of July, just lock in. RTX Islam, you're getting cooked. I'm throwing out these shots to try and force out as much ammo as I can. I kind of need my teammates to push now. Spike, what are you doing here? Literally, Spike's doing absolutely nothing. I'm creating quite a decent amount of space and pressure. That is a beautiful call. Okay, maybe Spike did do something. And then at this 3v1, Edgar literally can just chill. We have got it, me and Spike. Spike just needs to throw out a couple shots. Not quite sure what Stu is doing. He's going on an absolute journey. We get that shot, and that's a great kill. And then moving into round 2, it's more of the same. I managed to cycle to my Hyper Super, which is great. Gonna throw out some early shots. Rico's kind of learned from his mistakes. Edgar's got Hyper Super and is chilling. Got a beautiful 2 kills. Edgar absolutely locked in. Oh my god, I have no words. Yeah, you know what? Edgar 100% deserves that star player. He literally won us that. And into game number 5 is going to be Heist Kaboom Canyon. I actually just got destroyed on this map with a Colt and an Eve. So I'm 100% going to ban Colt because I still don't have his buffies. I think I actually want to play Eve here. So my teammates are going to ban a Chuck, which is actually really important. I missed that. And the Lily I'm quite happy with. On the other team side, Colt and Squeak, pretty decent bans. And then Dinah's a bit mid. I'm looking at the Otis and I'm thinking, yeah, I really like that Otis and that Eve. We kind of need somebody to be our aggro, maybe like a Melody, maybe a Miko, somebody who can actually get onto the safe. We need that as our third. The Brock's not going to be the best option. I kind of think that we can actually get run down quite easily, but their comp is... I don't even know what to say about their comp. None of the brawlers are meta beyond the M's. Poe in Heist is kind of insane, and then I don't even know what to say about the Bow. The Bow probably isn't too bad because he's got his buffies. I can just do the Jesus stuff and jump on water. That should be close to dead onto that Pearl. Brock is missing every shot, as he should. I'm actually going to go for a little bit of Heist safe damage. Beautiful, we've got that Pearl down. Well, the Brock did, but it's fine. I can carry on walking on water and getting back forward. Ems is not walking in a straight line, which means I actually have to aim. I hate it when you have to actually play Brawl Stars to play Brawl Stars. I think I'm going to throw my super into this corner here, make it a nuisance. Ems is kind of low, so I'll try and get some shots onto her. I'm going to dodge most of her shots, but she still managed to hit me with 2 ticks of her hairspray, which is insane. Pearl, goodbye. Bo, I don't know where Bo, I swear to God, Bo generally just teleported out of nowhere. But we've got my Otis, who should get 1 kill, and he should get a second. No, unlucky Ems. But Brock actually putting in the work. Pearl is going to hit me with that fire, which is kind of annoying. But I've got another super, so I'm not too annoyed. I can go back to throwing that in the corner, hopefully momentarily. Getting some shots onto the M's. They're all kind of just body blocking, to be honest. I do pop my hyper and then super, and then I also dodge out the way. But we've got that first shield down, which is great. I am still kind of low, and Bo does outdamage me, but we're getting those hatchlings onto that safe, and we're still up a good amount. I really don't know what that Otis gadget was. Dude, you're kind of selling. You should be able to take that bow out light work. Beautiful. The super overkill, yeah, but you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. Ems is hiding in a little corner. Hopefully we can get some more shots onto her and cycle back towards my super. Very close to having it done. Beautiful. She does take me out. It is a trade, but at least my Brock can now move up and hopefully get a couple shots onto the safe. We are down 3%, which isn't great. I've got another super, but we're not really close to hyper. That should be the pull down soon, I hope. Beautiful. And he wastes his gadget, which is really, really nice. My Otis has done good. We've got the second shield down too. Of course, Bo can still outrange me, but we're chilling. Bo's absolutely gone, which is nice. Does Ems win this interaction? Let's find out together. No, but we die anyway. I thought I could have popped hyper, got my super off, and then quickly died, but unfortunately not. Otis is going to pop his hyper. I'm actually going to play my super down low just in case people run in. Obviously, there's not enough time for them to actually beat us. And Brock gets an absolute beautiful kill. I low-key, early prediction, think Brock will get star player because he's been locking in those kills. And also, big up Team Na'Vi. Otis actually gets star player, which is kind of crazy. But we all went pretty decent, all died 5 times, which is kind of crazy. But let's move into our last game. And game 6, and our final game for today's video, is going to be Hideout Bounty. This map, as far as bounty maps is concerned, is kind of on par with Dry Season as kind of mid. I don't really like playing snipers too much beyond Nanny on this map. I just think with the way the walls are positioned, unless the map gets opened up early, it's kind of not worth it. I actually really want to go with a Max. I got that new Angel Max skin in a Chaos drop or the Angel drop, so I really want to play it. So bans, Gus really infuriates me, and I'm really happy to see the Byron gone too. Nanny can be strong, so I'm glad it's gone, but also the Mortis and Squeak bans are great, because the Squeak, there's a lot of walls and a lot of choke points for you to get onto. And then looking at that comp, the Griff makes absolutely no sense to me. The Bell and Piper can be pretty decent. Also, that Piper skin, low-key, is kind of cold. I want that. Piper trying to walk into our walls to begin with is absolutely beautiful. And the Clown Pin, dude, you're absolutely a bot. There's not really too much I can do. I'm just going to try throw some shots on. I think this will be a pretty decent matchup to the Griff. I think I barely outrange him. I kind of want to heal first, though. I see him placing that gadget, and he's not even playing Piggy Bank, which knows this is going to be a free win. He is kind of low, so I could just gadget up and get a quick kill. Beautiful, and that's a great start. We're already up 5 stars. So Bell's kind of just shooting air, like, okay, absolute airball. Griff's getting absolute tapped up, kind of sad. Oh, that curveball from that Piper is doing stuff to me. You're moving me. Beautiful and definitely planned evade on the bell gadget. I played their speed to my Brock, but it's not really doing much. We've got them forced onto the right hand side. My Piper's absolutely cooking. I kind of wish I was a healer so I could heal up my Piper. Bit of a bad curve shot there. And then honestly, if I stay close to the Piper, she can't kill me, so I think I'm going to move onto her lane. I'm a bit worried that Brock might do a bit worse. We get that kill before she can get a swoop away, which is beautiful. We're now up 11-0. This is crazy. We're up 13-0. Oh my god, this is an absolute domination. I want to see what we're going to do here. We don't have enough DPS to take that belt out, which is kind of annoying. I'm kind of trying to stay out of the Brock's way. That is really painful that he got that kill there. Are we going to get the kill? No, we're going to go down, and he's down to only 1300. The game's starting to get low-key close. I feel as though if Piper goes down here, it could be a really scary finish. I've gone in with the Hyper Super. Brock's decided to, not use my Hyper and sit behind a wall. Not sure where my Piper was going, but Brock redeems himself with a really great Super. We're still only up 3 stars. That should be a really easy kill onto the Piper here, so I'm going to wait, get a couple shots. Beautiful, we get that kill, and that's exactly what we needed. Looking at the stats, Brock did actually do a lot of damage, so we can have the star player. Thank you all very much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. I've really got into the routine of just doing videos daily, and I'm going to try record at least once every 2 days in the future. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.